Welcome one, welcome all. I am Mad Samurai 84 and here I will be finishing off my playthrough of Astral Chain by jumping into file 12, but then comes the fun part where we get to talk about and review this game. Is this a must-own on the Nintendo Switch or something that should be in a bargain bin?
A month has passed since our fateful encounter with Noah. Fewer and fewer gates open throughout the Ark with each passing day, but our troubles aren't over. Jin and Alicia put Neuron back together. They still don't have a new commander, but Olive's making the best of it. Come to think of it, maybe Neuron does have a new commander after all. Marie does her very best to pitch in, whether anybody wants her to or not. At the reopened ARI, Brenda's turned her research outwards, to the land we lost decades ago. She thinks we may one day be able to leave the Ark. She's cautiously optimistic, which is as sure as Brenda ever gets. Hal never came back to Neuron, not even with his drone. But rumor has it the Hermits have turned over a new leaf towards restoration efforts in Zone 09. Maybe they've had a little help along the way. You can never tell what Hal's up to. As for Akira, she vanished along with Noah. But she's still here, with us. She doesn't know exactly what happened a month back. Maybe she never will. Why did one get left behind? Was it an act of mercy from Noah, maybe? Or a gift from the Legions? I don't know. But I do know that I'll keep fighting as long as she's by my side. Until the world is clean again. Until the world is peaceful again. I know someone who would have wanted it that way.
At ease, Legionis. Sorry to keep you busy, but we've got a ton of cases piled up. Come back and talk to me when you're ready to get moving. Oh, and don't forget to file your paperwork. Another job well done. I knew I could count on you.
So that is more or less it story-wise for file 12. The rest is made of mini missions of you taking on enemies. Let's do one while I talk about what I liked and didn't like about this game. PlatinumGames are known for making gorgeous-looking stylish games. Whether you like them or not, you can't say they don't make good-looking titles. I personally think this is one of the best-looking titles on their roster. The character and level design are exceptional and the color palette used is just wonderful. When it comes to gameplay, let's talk about combat. At first I thought it seemed a bit simply, and as you progress with collecting more legions and upgrading their stats, unlocking skills and customizing their abilities, then it comes down to mastering the skills so you can get the most out of them in combat to deal the most damage. I do enjoy the iris feature, but I get confused between pause menu and accessing the iris interface. The button map should have been switched, but when you think about it, this was done to keep the movement of the game flowing so you can move and use iris without letting go of the left analog stick. Other than that, the thing I kind of wish there was in this game is probably more open world / driving sections, as you start the game off with a beautiful motorcycle section and then you don't get to experience that again until right to the end, which I didn't get why there wasn't more. These sections were quite fun and added a bit of change to the normal gameplay. But I would like to actually drive around the world PlatinumGames have created, as it does feel like a world you want to drive around and explore more. I think this would have been a great feature, and as the world is something that needs to be expanded on. Next, let's talk about story. The story is pretty solid and flows at a good pace with a good high and lows. I feel like the ending needed more closure and a bit more closure on what happened to your father Max. though not on the level of storytelling as a Naughty Dog title, but still pretty good. The voice and audio have been done very well. With some of these games you do get annoyed with some of the voiceovers, but they are done very well here. Something that needs to be talked about is the excellent character design. I would say some of Platinum's best design work. Just looking at the enemies you come across are quite excellent. Crazy look they have given each one, with some pretty disturbing which fit into the theme of the enemies. Let's give a final verdict on Astral Chain. Astral Chain is another excellent game from Platinum, and a quality action game for this generation of consoles. A well-crafted game which plays excellently and is enjoyable every step of the way. If you are a Nintendo Switch owner, I highly recommend you picking this up, but I'm not sure if this is game where you will buy a Switch to just play this game. I just love the design and look of this game and am interested in exploring in a bit more depth. I would give this game a pretty decent 8.5 out of 10. I don't think this is quite a 9 out of 10. If there was more driving sections, then I would give it a higher score. But 8.5 out of 10 is a fair and perfect score for this title, which will become a bit of classic in the years to come. So that's my playthrough and review of Astral Chain done. Sorry about the robot pedo voice, but it is a bit easy to make content with a newborn baby in the household. Take care, stay safe, wash your hand, like and subscribe. Oh, and wipe your bum holes, you dirty gits.